Welcome to Warrior Wednesday, my friends. On Wednesdays, we do a little more active practice. It's still a practice that's wonderful for all levels, but we do a little more movement on Wednesdays. Mondays is more gentle, so you can expect this practice to be a little more flow. The word vinyasa it means to connect poses together with our breath. It's also a style of yoga. It's the style of yoga that I teach. So in this practice, what you'll experience is we'll flow one movement with breath, and then we'll hold a pose. And then we'll flow one movement with breath through some other poses, and then we'll hold a pose. So you can expect some of that movement and stillness, movement and stillness. And I'm really going to try to stay true to the traditions of Vinyasa Yoga today. Okay? So we're going to start in child's pose. And in child's pose, you're welcome to just put some padding under your knees, maybe even a blanket rolled up under your hips. The knees come out wide, big toes touch. And stretch your arms out in front of you as much as you're comfortable. We'll use this pose to help us be a little more aware of our bodies, a little more aware of our breath. You might notice as you first come into this pose, things are a little stiff or tight or resistant. So take deeper breaths and just notice this initial tightness or resistance. Let breath start to make its way down into your belly, into your lower back. Bring your hands a little closer to you so you can set your forearms down on the mat. Spread your fingers wide and then just lift your hips so that you're coming up over your elbows, hips lifting a little higher. Exhale, press back. And we're just going to do that gentle, small movement a few times. Inhale, floating forward. Exhale, reaching the tailbone back. Just warming up elbows and shoulders. So this would be a simple example of two different shapes or poses that we move together with breath. Stretch the arms out long again. See if your head comes a little closer to the mat. And now rock your hips from side to side. Almost like your hips are just swinging in a hammock. Feeling one armpit drop toward the earth and then the other. And then pause one more time in child's pose and just notice if naturally things are loosening up for you. Go ahead and rise up to a tabletop position. Knees stack under the hips, wrists stack under the shoulders. And we're going to move through a spinal balance to help us get a little more warm. So on the inhale, reach your right arm forward, your left leg back. Find your balance here and hug in strong through your core. Exhale, come back to center. And then we'll switch. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Moving with your breath, the inhale, extend your body end to end. The exhale brings you back home. We'll do that one more time on each side. Just waking up. All the little muscles, ligaments, tendons. From a tabletop position, tuck your toes. And let's lift our hips up into downward facing dog. And here we'll just pedal, shift, stretch. Bring your feet a little closer together. On the inhale, raise your right leg up high. Bend the knee as you exhale and open up your hips to the right side of the room. Equal pressure in both of your hands. Inhale that leg high and exhale, lower the foot to the earth. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Movement with breath. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, extend your leg high. Exhale, lower. Take a slow walk to the top of your mat, just nice and easy. Coming into a forward fold. Rock into your heels and shift into your toes. Just movement, gentle movement. Knees can stay bent. Let's walk our fingers to the left side of our feet and then around to the right. Exploring what you find there up around the hips, the low back. And coming back to center with an even bigger bend in the knees. Let's press the hands to the shins, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. We'll do that twice more. Press to lengthen, low belly firm. Exhale, lower. Once more, press and lengthen. And lower. Put a big bend in your knees and sweep your arms high. Come all the way up, extended mountain. Feel your spine lengthen and then reach back a little farther. Come back to neutral as your hands come to heart center. Sink down into chair pose. And we'll make movement with breath here. Inhale, arms high. Exhale into a little back bend. Inhale, straight up and down, hands together. Exhale, chair. Breathe in, reach up. As we find that back bend, cactus your arms. Inhale, high. Exhale, chair. So one more time, sweep up. Cactus your arms. Reach up. And exhale down into chair. Beautiful, everybody. From here, come into forward fold. And we've been doing some movement. Let's hold our first posture. So belly resting on the thigh, arms hug the legs. Releasing the hands, press again to your half lift. We'll rise all the way up, extended mountain. Cactus your arms back, bend. And bring your hands in front of your heart. So we're going to move through the most traditional sequence in Vinyasa classes, Surya Namaskar A. These are sun salutations, and they're designed to be a moving meditation. So I invite you to just feel the aliveness of your body as you move through these poses with me. On the inhale, sweep the arms up, big full breath. Exhale, swan dive, hinging from the hips, forward fold. Pressing hands to shins, lift halfway. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Let's lower our knees this first time. Exhale, sink halfway down. And then melt to the floor, flow up into cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Pause here, 3 full breaths. Bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, rise up, extended mountain. Just see if you feel more warmth as you exhale, hands to heart. That's one. Sun salutation. Let's go again. Reach high. Bow low. Half lift. Downward facing dog. Moving meditation. Shifting forward, plank pose. You can lower your knees or stay on your toes. Exhale, halfway down. Rise up to cobra or flip your toes and lift to upward facing dog. Exhale, friends, down dog. Fingers spread even wider. Just dig your fingers and knuckles into the mat. Looking forward, step your feet to your hands. Half lift, forward fold. Rise up, take a deep breath in. You are alive and awake, hands to heart. Gonna go one more time. Rise up, big breath. Ujjayi breath, everyone. Feel that whisper sound. Halfway lift to downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa, forward, down, up, and back. Three breaths here. And feet to hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Wrap your arms again around your legs. See what's happening now that your body's a little warmer. Releasing the hands, put a bigger bend in the knees, and let's inhale into Utkatasana, chair pose. So we're moving into the most fiery part of a vinyasa class, Surya Namaskar B, and we really do get, this is kind of the cardio portion of a yoga class. Sink low. So hang on with me. We're going to go through 2 rounds of Sun B, and then we'll slow things down. Hold some poses. So inhale, lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take one vinyasa, knees or toes. On the inhale, raise the right leg high. Exhale, shift forward, step between your thumbs. The back heel turns and we rise up, one breath. Warrior one. Good, again, vinyasa. Plank pose, lower halfway down. Rise up and hips back. Left leg lifts. Step through, warrior one. Here we go. Big breath, everyone. There's the heat. And lower down. One more time, knees or toes. Now, you get 5 breaths, either in down dog or child's pose. Your choice. 5 full breaths. Letting your breath catch up with your body. Let your feet come to your hands. Half lift. Good, everybody, forward fold. Giant bend in the knees. Chair pose. We're back where we started. Utkatasana. Is your body warm? All right, so you're trusting me. We're just gonna do this one more time. Fast and furious, everyone. Vinyasa. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, half lift. Really fire up that Ujjayi breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa, knees or toes. On the inhale, the right leg lifts and steps, back heel drops. One breath, warrior one, and vinyasa. Notice if you have resistance. Left leg comes up and through. You either love the heat or you hate it, right? One more time, vinyasa. We made it through 3. Step your hips, lift your hips, 5 breaths. Child's pose is a wonderful alternative here. Fill up and empty. If you're feeling playful, you can lift onto your toes and hop your feet to your hands, or you can step your feet forward. Lower down into a forward fold. Put a bend in your knees and finish that sequence in chair pose, Utkatasana. Bring your hands to your heart. Rise into mountain pose and breathe. Just feel kind of completion of that whole warm-up section. Now we get to hold. So we'll lower back down. We'll keep our right foot where it is, and we'll step our left foot back into a kneeling lunge. The first little glimpse at our hip flexors. Let's take 3 times back and forth, flowing with breath. And coming forward to hold. I'm going to give you a lot of options, and we're here for a while, just really letting these hip flexors open. So bring your hands to the inside of your right foot. First option is to stay here. Second option is to tuck the toes and lift the knee. The third option is to drop your right arm underneath your right knee and just let that leg kind of hang. So it's almost an arm balance right there. You're just hanging your knee off the side. If you really feel frisky and want to play even more, bring your left elbow under your belly and take an arm balance here. It's called scissor or compass. So any of those options are going to help you open that hip flexor. If you're choosing that arm balance, keep a sense of humor, a sense of lightness. Good thing about these classes, they're recorded so you can go back and try again. So let's all tuck our back toes under and reach the right arm up into a twist. Fingers to the ceiling. That hip flexor should be good and open by now. Lower the hand, drop the knee one more time, and lift both arms up, interlace your fingers, press to the ceiling, and maybe even a back bend. Nice, everybody. Let's release all of our fingers to the floor, tuck the back toes, lift your back leg into a 3-point balance. Feel your balance there. And then slowly lower the leg. Soften the knees, hang the head. And then we'll just switch. So the left foot stays put, right foot steps back. We'll drop the knee. All right, so here you go. You've got lots of options. 1, bring your hands inside your left foot and just stay right here, stretching that hip. Before we go into that arm balance, I forgot, let's do the forward and back. Let's get our hips a little more primed. And then hold. You can be on your back knee or your back toes. And then if you'd like to try that arm balance, you're gonna hook your left arm underneath your left knee, wiggle those toes out so that there's that little shelf there. And then the balance requires the elbow to come underneath. Totally gonna go off camera here. So you've got one arm under your inner thigh and one elbow under a hip bone, or you're staying right here. I lost some people. I'm letting some folks back in. Let's come back to center, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and we'll open into a twist. Left arm lifts up and over. Deep, full breaths, expansion, curiosity. And as we lower the hand, let's drop the knee, sweep the arms up, interlace the fingers, lift high, and see if there's a little back bend in your body. Nice, release the fingertips to the floor, tuck your toes, and launch into a 3-point balance. And then let's go ahead and step back into downward facing dog, and you have the choice to stay here or flow through vinyasa. One little stillness, take it. If you need a little movement, take that. So we're gonna go back to that movement with breath. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, shift forward, stepping the foot between your thumbs. Drop the back heel and rise up. Inhale, warrior one. Open out, warrior two. Little wider stance. Turning the right palm, reverse your warrior. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale over the right leg into extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. And windmill your hands to the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same thing, left side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step through. Back heel drops. Reach up, warrior one. Heel open, warrior two. Left palm turns. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale over the left leg, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. We're gonna do the same thing again, adding one more pose. Exhale, step through. Back heel drops, reach up. Warrior one. How does this movement feel to your body? Open out, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side. Reach up and over. We use the term motion is lotion. Inhale, reverse. And as we exhale, windmill the hands to the floor and turn your back toes forward for pyramid pose. The feet are kind of on two train tracks. We're lengthening out through the crown of the head. And then we're going to fold ourselves over the right leg. Forehead to shin. Breathe here, everybody. And just notice the difference between the energy when you're moving and the energy when you're holding. Lift and lengthen with your fingertips into a flat back. And let's walk our hands to the long edge of our mat, widening up your stance. Lunge right and left. Let yourself stretch in any way that feels good to you here, side to side, slow or fast. Let's come back to center, all 10 toes to the side of the mat. A twist, right hand in the middle, left arm lifts. Switching sides, left hand down, right arm lifts. Do that with your breath. Exhale to flat back. Inhale to twist open. Exhale to flat back. Inhale to twist. And as we lower the arms, let's lower the head. Take your hands to your heels and gently pull yourself down into a wide straddle. Bent elbows, long spine. And as we come up to a flat back, let's walk toward our left foot, creating pyramid here on the left side. So the back foot comes forward onto train tracks, lengthen and lower. Draw your forehead toward your shin. And you can just push that left hip backwards. Let the head drop a little lower. Hug the low belly in and breathe. Giving our hamstring time to lengthen. And come up to a flat back. Let's widen out our stance again. And then it's your choice here. If you'd like to just stay and hold, or if it feels good to you to keep moving with your breath, exploring the edges of your mat, finding spaces in your body that need attention. There's just no wrong way to do this. Are you looking for more strength and stability in your practice, or are you needing a little more flexibility and softening?
Farewell, sweet cookie cats. I'll always remember the time we spent together.
We're going to start to find our way back to the top of our mat. And one more time, I will invite you to either stay here in down dog or take one final vinyasa. And then shifting forward onto our knees, let's lower down to our bellies. And we're gonna do some really fun and yummy shoulder work here. So we'll extend the arms out into a T, bending the right knee. We'll roll over so that we're laying on the front of our left shoulder, the toes touching or reaching behind us. Exaggerate here, some deeper breaths. We've done a lot of movement, now we're holding. You can close your eyes and just feel the space being expanded with your breath, with gravity, with your body weight. And switching sides, roll easy back to center, extend your arms, bend your left knee, and roll onto the front of your right shoulder. And close your eyes and feel here this space. The space that expands with your breath. And coming back to center. Fingertips off the edges of your mat. Let's flow, kind of like seaweed just underneath the water. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Just releasing into that low back. Strengthening and releasing. And then with the hands right by our shoulders, we'll press up again to a tabletop and we'll swing our legs around. If you already know you have tightness in your hips or your low back, put your hips up on a blanket or a bolster here. We're gonna do a seated twist with some options. So we'll start by bending your right knee, and your knee can stay here or it can cross. We'll kind of feel both of those out and see which seems like the best idea. Bottom leg, two choices. It can be straight or bent underneath. Two choices there. See if you can get both of your sitting bones down. So if one's lifted, you could lift this top foot off the floor to get your sitting bones down. We'll take our fingertips behind our head and lift nice and tall. And on the exhale, rotate to the right, elbow or arm to the knee, right arm behind you. And then breathe deeply into this twist. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale to move a little deeper. You'll notice that even in stillness, there is movement. The breath creates movement inside of the posture. Micro movement. Let's come back to center. If your bottom leg is bent, straighten it out. Uncross the legs, let the right knee drop open to the side. We'll reach our arms high and exhale into a one-legged forward fold. You can grab a strap around the bottom of your foot if that works. While we're in this pose, I'd like to read you the words of the Dalai Lama. This is called a precious human life. Every day, think as you wake up, today, I am fortunate to have woken up. I am alive. I have a precious human life. I am not going to waste it. I'm going to use all my energies to develop myself, to expand my heart out to others, to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. I'm going to benefit others as much as I can. Come back upright, and we'll switch. Extend the right leg, bend the left, so the foot stays inside the knee, or you can cross it over. Bottom leg straight or bent, and try both and see what your body is asking for today. When you have the foundation, lift your elbows and rotate to the left. Find a light connection with the top of the knee, and turn your head toward the back of the room. You even close your eyes and let breath do the work of lifting and rotating. Breathing and sitting smack dab in the middle of this precious human life. This life you have awoken to again this morning. This breath at the center of that human life. All of the potential this day holds. Let's unwind. Bottom leg is straight. Let your left knee fall open. Reach high and bow over your extended leg using a strap if you like. Today, I am fortunate to have woken up. I am alive. I have a precious human life. I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to use all my energies to develop myself, to expand my heart out to others, to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. I'm going to benefit others as much as I can. Let's release. Come back to an upright position. Bring the knees together, feet to the floor. And we're going to hold on to our knees and lift the lower back. So see if you can feel your waistband lifting off of the mat. Hold your chest up and lean your torso back. I'm going to do that with breath. Inhale to pull yourself up. Exhale to lower yourself back, and try to not let your waistband lower, let your shoulders lower. If you feel like you can do that without the use of your hands, just try a few rocking boats. Great way to strengthen the core. And then from upright position, hold the knees again. Let's let the feet float, the spine lift, the lower back off the floor. And you can hold or release. Just keep your core so strong. Deep, slow breaths. Place your hands on your knees. Let the knees widen into butterfly. Pull yourself into a straight spine, and then exhale into a round spine. Just kind of pump that a few times. Big breath in, big breath out. You might even use your mouth to let that breath go. And the next time we rock backwards, let's start to straighten the legs, reach the arms and roll down onto your back. We made it. Almost time for dessert. Draw your right knee into your chest and pull it outward a little bit, this wind relieving pose. Knee comes toward the right armpit. And really squeeze. We really want to create a sense of squeezing there, right in that hip crease. And then we're going to do a half happy baby, Ardha Ananda Balasana. So hold on to the bottom of that right foot, holding the outside of the foot, and then pull down, bend your elbow, pull that knee down. Your left hip stays grounded. Breathe deeply. And just notice this one side of the body in compression, the other side open. And then release that pressure, draw the knee in one more time. Let's let both knees come in. Move around a little bit on your low back. And then the right leg goes to the floor. Squeeze the left leg hard, right down into that hip crease. And you really want to feel that pressure. These squeezing poses are designed to wring out, to cleanse our joints, the spaces in the body. Let's make this half of a happy baby. Grab the outside of the foot, give a little pressure, little pull, the right hip stays grounded. Noticing even in stillness, the breath creates movement. And we'll release, pulling that knee back down toward the armpit. Both knees in, massage the lower back. And we'll plant the feet for bridge. The fingertips toward the heels, lift yourself up into bridge. You're welcome to slide something under your hips for supported bridge. If you'd like to be a little more active, interlace your fingers, rock your shoulders underneath you, drive your collarbones open. Breathe deep. Everybody press the ball of your big toes into the earth and lift from there. Let that be an anchor point that you can lift even higher from. One more big breath in. Exhale, lower your hips to the earth, arms flop open, palms up. Let's take the toes a little bit wider and just windshield wiper the knees from side to side. We're getting ready to move into Shavasana. So if there's one final pose, stretch, or shape your body needs, go ahead and take that now. When you are ready, extend your heels to the corners of your mat. Open your arms, palms up, roll your head side to side. Find your center. And now start to observe breath. We will let go of all of the doing. Your only job now is to find stillness and watch breath moving through this still and calm body. You might picture a pristine mountain lake, calm, serene, so still you can see your reflection in the water. Let your body be like the surface of the water, One little tiny movement would disturb the calm, the stillness. Even soften your breath so much that it doesn't disturb the still water. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Start to find your way back to a seat. Let's bring our hands together in this gesture of gratitude for ourselves and for each other through the miracle of technology. We get to see these faces here today, these precious, precious human lives. I hope that this practice has helped you to find your center, to find the very center of that precious human life that I'm looking at through this screen. And I hope the rest of your day is nothing short of miraculous and wonder-filled. Namaste.